Hey guys, Dark Moto. I know, me. Yo, relax. Because today we are going to be talking about Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 3. These are things I believe need to be fixed before release date. Games are becoming pretty advanced, and it's time to make these motocross, supercross games more realistic. There needs to be a skill gap between good players and bad players. That's just my opinion. Not in the PlayStation 2 era anymore, to where everything needs to be arcadey. It's time to start making them realistic and catching up to the new video game era where everything is becoming pretty advanced. So let's jump right into this video. So the first thing I think that needs to be fixed is, by now everyone has seen gameplay of Monster Energy Supercross 3. When you watch it, I've noticed that when your rider takes off from a jump, you get this crazy turbo boost, acceleration, reload looking effect jumping off jumps. You kind of get it off this game too, number 2, but it's not exaggerated like I was seeing in 3. This, at least number 2, looks a little bit more natural. It doesn't look too crazy, but you get this super quick acceleration off of a jump. Maybe it's like an assist, I'm not sure, but hopefully that is fixed before it's released. Number 2 that I feel like needs to be fixed is rut deformation. Like, dude, you've been trying to perfect that many years now, and it looks the same. I've not been able to use a rut once yet. Then you failed, milestone, big time. Like, time to take that L, throw this idea of rut deformation in the trash can. Give us groom tracks. This is a supercross track. It's not a motocross track. There doesn't need to be that many ruts. Motocross, you have all your different lines, but supercross, there's like barely any ruts. There's ruts, but not that many. If anything, give us pre-made ruts in these games. Like, there could be ruts right there in that turn already formed, or off that jump, off this jump. There could be a pre-made rut in the inside of this turn that I could take, or maybe some ruts and some whoops. Like, your rut deformation is terrible. It doesn't work. Just give us pre-made or give us groomed tracks. Next thing we are talking about, or I'm talking about, is I've noticed on some of the rhythm section in number 3, start off in a rhythm section and the width of the track is super wide, and then by the time you get to the very end of the rhythm section, it becomes super narrow. That needs to be fixed. I'm pretty sure they're going to fix it, because I have not seen that in any milestone game yet. But that kind of reminds me of a game like MX Unleashed or ATV Off-Road Fury. Something like that would be in those games, not in these games. Supercross is all one width of the whole entire way. The next thing we're going to talk about, oh boy, this one bugs me. Ever since number 1 came out, this has always bugged me. So, casing jumps. In real life, if you were to case a jump, you lose momentum. And then after losing momentum, you're going to try to recover and get back into that rhythm. But in these supercross games, if you were to case a jump, you don't lose any momentum. Instead, you start hammering through this rhythm section like if they became a set of whoops, but they're not whoops. I feel like if you were to make it to where you lose momentum and you have to try to recover and find that rhythm again, it would make online racing a lot more better, because now it gives the person in second place to catch up, and everyone would be putting in consistent laps, and maybe even a really good battle to the very end, because you have to really concentrate on what lines you're taking. If you're being perfect on each line, it might even be a photo finish like Webb and Roxon, but it would make online racing so much better. So casing jumps is one of those things that really has been bugging me since the first game. That really needs to be fixed. That's probably the number one thing on my list that I wish they would fix. So the last thing we are going to talk about is scrubbing. I'm expecting scrubbing to be the same. You're pushing both sticks inwards, you're pushing them both out. Whoever had the idea to have them pushed in or out, milestone, you need to fire that person, because that is the stupidest idea anyone has ever thought about. When you're scrubbing, you're supposed to push when you're holding on to the handlebars, you're either turning the handlebar to the left or you're turning the handlebar to the right. You know, so it would make more sense to push both sticks to the left or both sticks to the right. I honestly believe that if you were to do that, push them to the left or to the right, not only would it make scrubbing it look a little better, but it would make the feeling of it, the way it's used, it would make it feel way more natural than what it does right now. Like, honestly, it's stupid how you have to push them in or out. They need to be just pushed left or right. That's the way you scrub in real life. You're either pushing the handlebars to the left or the right, so you might as well push those sticks to the left or to the right instead of this stupid in or out. That needs to be fixed as well. So, now that being said, I'm pretty sure most of you guys either agree or don't really care, but those are things I think that need to be fixed. If you guys believe that those are the things that need to be fixed as well, let me know in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will be seeing you guys in the next one when they release more gameplay and more information on number 3. Goodbye.